All right, we got 3 more days into the new year, and it just occurred to me there are a couple more New Year's resolutions I'd like to make for 2023. So, this past year in my life has been marked by my making the bismuth art and some other explorations into some personal hobbies. And I hope to network with the right people in the coming year. I've started to connect with people, and I hope to sharpen up some of those pickup lines that I can use to meet the right people in whatever I'm doing, whether it be continuation of the bismuth art or some other art project or any other project that I hope to do. But I've learned that a lot of times, a lot of frustration comes from not communicating what I want. See, earlier during the Christmas or Thanksgiving holiday, I was upset about having to work during the holiday season. And the main reason I was upset was because the holiday season hours can be very sparse, right? And you still have to be locked into the Phoenix area. My colleagues are out and about, and I'm stuck here, and I'm making half as many hours as I normally do. But you know what? I really love all the students. I'm working at a tutoring center. I really love all my students, and in fact, during the sparse time, I get to know all of the students much more in depth, and I had a really good feeling with several of the students I was working with. And then it dawned on me, the main upset was only the financial aspect of it. I actually loved the work. Now, I had one student who drove me nuts at one point, and I let him drive me nuts because I didn't communicate with him. He made it a habit to show up 15, 20 minutes late, and I kind of relied on that. And at the center, I often don't have a whole lot of time to eat. And I don't know if this is part of my eating disorder, but I find it very difficult to eat and talk at the same time. My mouth salivates excessively, and it makes my it affects my speech, and at the same time, my food tastes like cardboard. I don't know if this is part of my eating disorder I need to work on, or if it's just unnatural to try to eat and talk at the same time. But whatever the case is, I was hoping he would show, or I was kind of expecting him to show up 20 minutes late, so I started eating, and he showed up on time. So I had mixed feelings because I've been begging him to show up on time for many, many weeks at this point. And then finally I gave up, and then he showed up on time. And after that, I got very upset every time I saw him for several weeks. And I tried not to show it, but it was eating at me. Until finally, one day, I was just out of frustration. I kind of blurted out, it was really nice that day when you showed up on time. Can we make it a habit to do that? And then he related to me how he had some family drama. He comes from a broken family, shared custody kind of issue, and so that was good. After we had that little talk, I didn't get so angry every time, and I found some other time to eat instead. And that's another goal I need to work on. Is how do I arrange my eating? I got very good at eating during the quarantine in terms of my eating disorders, but combining that with returning to the office has been a big challenge for me. Not that I dislike returning to the office, I just haven't figured out how to incorporate all the good things that I did to my body into the office environment. So that will be another. So the communication, the incorporating the healthy habits in an office environment are probably going to, and the networking with the right people, with my hobbies, and perhaps monetizing it, the bismuth art, right? I broke a interesting threshold today. It was kind of a psychological threshold. So you guys saw me making those bismuth crystals, among other things, and I sold a piece, not a crystal because those are heavy, but I sold another piece for more than its weight in silver. So that was an interesting psychological threshold that maybe I'm onto something.